Hey guys, and welcome back to Puzzles with Mariana. I know I'm a bit late from the start of the year, but a lot has changed, so it took me a bit longer to get this video out. In 2024, I was the proud owner of 54 puzzles. I purchased 43 of them, 7 were gifted by my family, and 4 I already owned before I started the channel. However, I definitely paid for these too. My most purchased brands were Clementani and Ravensburger, both European brands. AliExpress shows up here because of the 7 mini puzzles I bought to do a series outside of my room, but I only recorded 3 of them. Then I have a mix of brands where I purchased 2 puzzles each. There's Art Puzzle, a Turkish brand, Blue Opal, which is Australian, and Educa and Truffle, European brands as well. I also bought 15 puzzles from different brands, including Portuguese and American. Most of my puzzles were 500 pieces, 20 in total, followed by 1000 piece puzzles with 16. Puzzles with less than 300 pieces are next because of the mini puzzles I bought on AliExpress, but I don't see myself buying more of these in the future, so at the end of this year we should see a difference here. Most of my puzzles were regular cardboard puzzles, 53 of them. And 1 was made of wood. 8 of my puzzles were mini puzzles, the rest were just normal sized puzzles. About the cut of the pieces, 50 had a regular cut, 3 were random cut, and 1 was from the Circle of Colors from Ravensburger. Now let's talk about costs. In 2024 I spent close to 335 euros. 59% of my spending was on Casa do Puzzle and Puzzle Cultura, both Spanish online stores where I spend almost 200 euros. But I have purchased puzzles from other places like Vinted, a second-hand platform, other online shops, and sometimes physical ones. It depends on my needs and priorities. If I needed a puzzle for tomorrow, I would go to a physical store and pay what I had to pay, even though most of the times it was more expensive. Or if I found a new brand and wanted to try it, I would just buy it. I was always on the lookout for good discounts. And because of that, I gathered here a few saving tips. These may or not work depending on where you live. First tip is to check for promotions. 2 for the price of 1 or Christmas sales. There is also Black Friday and then random sales and promotions that companies do. Second tip is to see the liquidations section. Casa do Puzzle, for example, has a section on their online store of puzzles with discounts, regardless of if there are any sales or whatever. These puzzles can be the last units or brands that they stop selling. Third tip is to use second-hand platforms like Vinted, Facebook Marketplace, or eBay. On Vinted, you can take advantage of when they do free shipping promotions. I didn't write it, but you can also save money by trading puzzles with other people. Fourth tip, you could see if there's any puzzle association in your country or city and see if they have any partnership with puzzle stores and brands. In Portugal, the National Puzzle Association has a partnership with Casa do Puzzle and you can have 5% discount on every purchase you make, and they are looking to expand their partnerships. Fifth tip is to look for the best prices. For example, I found out that Mundial Casa, a Portuguese store, has the cheapest Cherry Pazzi puzzles, including being cheaper than the Spanish stores, which is rare. My last tip is to sell. Use Vinted, Facebook, eBay, or other platforms to sell your puzzles, and this way you get space for new ones. Out of the 54 puzzles, I've done 30 of them with a total of 15,750 pieces. I have 24 puzzles waiting, and I might have just bought new ones as well. So it's a growing pile. It's a bit hard to pick favorites, but I managed to pick a top 5. My last puzzle from the channel was the Christmas puzzle from Ravensburger. It was a really nice and easy puzzle to make, and it was a blessed experience. Then there were 2 from Clementani, from their Disney collection. One is the 101 Dalmatians, and the other one was a collage of different animal characters in a colorful way. Both puzzles were nice to make and good to work in small areas, meaning it's not all the same and you don't have difficulty distinguishing the pieces. I love Disney movies, who doesn't? And 101 Dalmatians is one of my favorite movies, both in the animated and live action with Glenn Close. There's also my only puzzle from Mud Puppy, which had the shape of a bear. This was my first non-rectangular puzzle. The colors were amazing and so were the pieces. It was one of my most expensive puzzles. It cost me over 16 euros with a discount. Lastly, it's one of the first puzzles I recorded for this channel. It's from Art Puzzle. It's a painting from a nice ocean view. And it was probably the first puzzle I did without starting with the edge. Now for the ones that I hated. There are not many because I think hating is a strong word, but there were 2 puzzles that were not so great. The first and the worst one is from the Portuguese brand Olivo. It's the yellow wall, and it was hell. I won't sell it or gift this puzzle, not even to my worst enemy. 2/3 of the puzzle are yellow, almost solid yellow, and the shape of the pieces has no variation whatsoever. So it took me a full week to finish this puzzle, and only because I used the backing of the box that had a map of the pieces. And even with this, I had to try piece by piece. It was not good at all. The second is a mix of poor quality and expectation not being met. In some of the pieces, the image had small scratches, and then the 3D effect was not the greatest. I have a new 3D puzzle to try. Hopefully it will be a better experience. This video is just the first part of the 2024 review, because in the meantime, my channel also turned 1 year old. And I plan to make a video with the numbers and highlight who has been leaving comments and their support during 2024. If you like this video, please like it, consider subscribing and leave a comment.